Hey Pisces, welcome to your weekly forecast for March 18th through the 24th. This is going to be a general reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising, focusing on money, career, family life, spiritual development, any messages coming through from Spirit, everything like Libra full moon, Mercury retrograde, everything except for love. I do the love reading separate on my channel, so if you want to check out the love videos in the description and the link after this one, feel free to do so. Okay. All right. Let's go Monday, Tuesday. Oh, those cards that were stuck together. Pisces, you're not having any cards jump up. What's going on, Pisces? Are you indecisive about a decision? Are you indecisive about a choice? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, let's jump in and see what's going on for our Pisces friends. Hope and happiness. Oh my God, you guys. This is insane. Okay, so there's a couple of cards that keep popping up, and I'm going to laugh if one of the other ones actually shows up for you right now. But this is one of them. This is a happy one. I mean, if we're going to have a card to keep popping up, I mean, who doesn't want to see hope and happiness? I mean, right? Honestly, like, that's positive. So Monday, Tuesday, you have hope and happiness. And for me, when I look at this card, there's a lot of symbolisms here that smoke is blowing over as confirmation that tell me that you guys are coming into a very magical time, Pisces. You're coming into a renewed positive energy, and some of you have been having issues with anxiety for a while, just from a lot of the Pisces that I know, and just from what I've picked up on reading for other Pisces who I have not even met, who've been coming to me for readings. A lot of you Pisces have had some anxiety or have had a lot of fear about decisions that you have to make, you know, in the more recent time. And so now you're coming into this hope and happiness and this optimism, realizing that not just there's light at the end of the tunnel, but there's rainbows and a pot of gold and all kinds of wonderful things. Like, the sky is the limit here for what you're able to manifest. And some of you are coming out of very old limiting ways of believing. This card also came out for Gemini as well as for Libra. So some of you may be dealing with a Gemini or Libra where they're a part of this plan, whatever you're planning for your future or this idea that you have. Or you may have Gemini or Libra in your moon, rising or Venus somewhere. Okay, not necessarily if you don't have any affiliations with either of those signs, this card still applies to you, but some of you, there may be a double whammy in that way. So I invite you guys to take a look at this card, all of the cards in this reading, and pay attention to what colors are jumping out at you, what pictures are jumping out at you, because that's a message to you from Spirit. I want you to take this general reading and connect with Spirit through it, and just find ways in which, like, things are jumping out at you and things that are meaning things to you. Now, this actually came up for Gemini, but it didn't come up for Libra, but I'm feeling it for this card for you guys as well, because Libra's message was a little bit different when it came to this card. But again, what my attention or what my, like, intuition is drawing me towards is all of this down here. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's a bunch of, like, leaves that kind of sort of look like these people who are reaching out. I don't know if you can see it. There's, like, all kinds of hands, and you see that? It kind of looks creepy in some way, right? But it's like these leaves that fell that are actually like people. Like, that's how I saw it. You might see it in a different way. You might see it as, like, you know, fans cheering you at a concert as you're on stage. You could see it in 1,000 different ways, but I'm seeing it the way that I saw it for Gemini. So for some of you, I saw this as like leaves that had fallen to the ground, and it made me think of what Rumi said when Rumi said, "Be like a tree and let the dead leaves fall." So some of you are letting certain situations or people, maybe even an old job, you're letting something fall away. You're letting go of it, okay? and you're letting it kind of fall by the wayside in a non-dramatic way. Maybe some of you are spending less time with certain individuals. Your circle is changing. You're keeping your inner circle a little bit smaller these days. You're being a little bit more cautious in who gets to access your energy. You may even be spending some time alone, or preferring to spend some time alone, because you're dreaming up a lot of really big changes right now. All of those stars to me are like wishes coming true. Wishing upon a star, wishes coming true. The sky is the limit. Divine guidance, intuition. You're being led into this whole new way of thinking, and all of those beautiful lights around her head make me think of like the negative thoughts are clearing away and bright new ideas are coming in. Now, you can look at the picture and you may see 100 things that I missed, you know, with any of the cards, not just this one. So comment as you see things. Comment as things jump out at you, because you may say something that's very inspiring and helpful for someone else. I don't own spirit. Spirit belongs to everyone. And I want to encourage everyone to make their own personal connection. Okay, so you might comment something that's very helpful to somebody else. Somebody might comment something that's very helpful to you. I want this to be a helpful little forum in that way. I want us to feel like we can kind of come here and chat about this stuff, and, you know, share our ideas and what we see, and what we're feeling. So next we have breakthrough. What a positive card, Pisces. Lots of positive energies for you this week. Breakthrough. Okay, breakthrough. So a lot of you are coming out of that time of being stuck. You're coming out of that time of anxiety that we said that was in the past. So it's starting Monday, Tuesday. It's starting in your brain. Like where you're having these ideas, you're being more optimistic. You may be chatting with someone else about your ideas and how you want to implement them. And you might even feel like, man, like, why didn't I think of that before? Like, that's a really great idea. For a lot of you, these ideas are going to have to do with making money. But it's not from like a materialistic way where you're like, money, 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 give me money, money, money. It's not like in that selfish, greedy, like low vibrational ego way. You're coming into ideas of things that you're wanting to do with your life that are going to help other people or make a positive impact or just make you a better person. And we do live in a world where money is needed, so you're coming up with ideas on how maybe you can bring in that abundance without having to kill yourself, or without having to work some kind of job that's like crushing your soul. And I do feel, Pisces, a lot of you are teaming up with someone. You're teaming up with someone to make something happen. And so it feels to me like for many of you, it will be like a spouse or a sibling, somebody very close to you. It doesn't feel like a stranger, okay? But there's definitely these ideas that you have. And then when we come into the Libra moon on Wednesday, you know, Wednesday, Thursday, your truths are being revealed. That's the big thing about the Libra full moon. It's going to be about bringing out a lot of truths and doing a lot of releasing. So some of you, Pisces, are finally letting go of some fear or some negative experience in your past that has maybe stifled you or held you down for a long time. And you're breaking through, or you're finally breaking out of an old cycle. It's almost like these chains are coming off you and you're like, oh my God, I'm free. I can go anywhere. Like you just really, really feel like the world is your oyster. Some of you are getting out of some kind of bondage, some kind of a contract, like a physical contract, or something that has been really binding you for a long time. You're being released from it. So for some of you, this could be paying off a massive debt. For some of you, this could be released or coming out of some kind of contract or lease or an agreement, something midweek where you're free, and it's allowing you to transform your life. Those butterflies, I see those butterflies, they make me think of transformation. Okay, see how she's running, you know, and that water is splashing. That to me is just freedom. It's connection. It's happiness. It's comfort. She's got these wings trailing behind her. She can go anywhere. So I just feel for a lot of you, there might also be an opportunity to travel for some of you, which is going to be very, very significant. It'll be different for different ones of you. So take a look at the pictures. What do you see? That smoke is blowing over as confirmation here. Take a look at these pictures and what do you see? What's jumping out at you? What messages do you feel? Look at this. I see a face in the cloud. That to me is like some of you are even connecting with a loved one who's passed on. or a loved one who's passed on is watching over you and helping you on this next chapter of your life make things happen. Okay, it could be a grandparent or a close friend for some of you who's passed on and who's like stepping in as this guardian angel and making things happen for you. All right, so it's going to be different for different ones of you. You'll have to really look and see what messages are jumping out to you personally. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is assurance. It's assurance. And I really, really love this card because there's so many symbolisms in it. I don't even know if that's proper English to say so many symbolisms, but there's so much symbolism in this card, and I really, really love this card for that reason. So as you're very, very excited and as you have these ideas, and if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I think this also came out for Gemini in the weekend. So I don't know. This is very interesting. There's something happening here. Maybe some partnerships are forming. Maybe it wasn't for them. Maybe it was for a different sign. But anyway, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you have assurance. And this is a card that basically is giving us a very powerful message of things coming together and making things happen. And I'm seeing it differently for you than I did for the other sign, okay? Because I saw these women in this tree for them, and I thought of it as like a collaboration of taking ideas from different people and coming together and making things happen, and you know, planting this mighty tree here with some really serious roots. I mean, that tree's been around a while. We see it, it's ancient, it's not going anywhere, right? It's very firmly planted. But for you all, as I'm seeing these women or these figures in this tree, I feel like it's you, Pisces. I feel it's like you are learning how to use different aspects of your personality in a positive way. Whereas maybe before you were just like, oh, I want to be the nice person, or I want to be the cool, down-to-earth person. And you just, I mean, it's not that you were being fake, right? But you thought you were being positive. And so there was just this one little cardboard cutout of Pisces that everybody got to see. But now you're realizing that you have depth, you're realizing that you have layers, and you're realizing that you can be angry, and you can be assertive, and you can put your foot down with somebody, and you can be a little bit distant and isolated and by yourself and philosophical, and you can be artistic and creative, and you can be shy and nerdy. You can be so many different things, right? And they're all good. They're all good. When used properly, they're all good. And you're having this realization, Pisces, where you're realizing this, that you don't have to be like a single one-dimensional being, that you're a multi-dimensional being, and all those different aspects of your personality are beneficial. And look, that smoke's blowing over as confirmation, and they're going to help you make things happen, right? You can be kind of give somebody some tough love, or you can lay down the line for somebody, like draw a line with somebody, and it doesn't make you a bad person. It's just going to help the relationship be all that more authentic and real and move forward. And I don't mean relationship just in terms of friends, family, romance, it also in business, you know, just whoever you're interacting with. Another message here, see, is like also with the elements. So I did say different aspects of yourself are helpful, but you're starting to realize how different seasons that might come in aren't throwing your plans off, right? Like when winter comes and the leaves fall off that tree in the fall, and the winter comes and it's very cold and it's very, very, very barren, that tree has some downtime. Come the spring, beautiful new leaves are going to come. We see the different seasons kind of in this picture as well. So you're beginning to realize, and you're beginning to be a little bit more confident that, you know what, even though there might be some times when my plans aren't moving forward as quickly as others, or there may be some slow times or down times, it doesn't mean my plan died. It just kind of might be regenerating, and it's going to take a next little burst or boost in the near future. You're really beginning to think long term. So you're growing up there in that growth mindset, in that abundance mindset, okay? Again, different strokes for different folks, my lovelies. I think you're learning not to push things so hard. You're realizing that a tree takes a long time to grow, and you're learning to be a little bit more patient about what you're building and creating in your life, and you have a very clear vision about what you are building and creating with your life. And I'm very happy to say, Pisces, I think a lot of you are becoming a lot more realistic of the expectations that you're putting on yourself, and a lot more realistic about the time frames in which you're trying to make stuff happen. You're realizing that, you know, patience is going to be key here, and that things are moving forward, and you're going to be able to see that they're moving forward without getting discouraged as quickly as before. All right, this is also, I always say, guys, watch your moon sign and rising sign videos because some weeks those will resonate with you more, but every single week regardless, there will be messages in there also that will give you a little bit more of an idea of how these different energies are affecting you personally, because they are general readings, right? They're general readings. So, you know, sometimes when we see our moon, sun, and rising sign videos, it gives us a little bit more personal information, or a few more aspects that are more personal for us or to us. Be sure to check out the pick a card videos as well, because that's also a way that your energy can connect and get a little bit more of a personal energy or personal message. Somebody had an excellent idea last week, and so I did a pick a card video based on their idea. You can check it out on the channel, and let me know like what pick a card topics you want to see, what meditation topics you want to see, and I'm gonna get those out to you guys. Pick a cards every single week. This is typically the time when I pull an angel message, but I'm not doing that today because I used all the oracle cards, so there's a lot of positivity as is, and I'm doing the angel messages daily. So from now on, guys, instead of getting one angel message a week, you're getting 7 angel messages a week. So you can check those out daily. I go on live for a few minutes and I share a message specifically for my YouTube family. Nobody else gets that message but you guys. I don't post it anywhere else. So I thank you for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. I thank you for being a part of my journey and letting me be part of yours. And I'm sending you so much love and so much light, my dears.